Hello, I'm Anna Geyer from New Possibilities, and this is the second short video that I've produced to show you the kind of work that we've been involved in over the last 12 months. I've organised the information around organisational activities and used it to illustrate the outcomes that have resulted in the work that we've been involved in, and more importantly, the impact that the visual record has had. I hope you enjoy it. In the first video, I talked about some of the events that were about engagement. The outcome of these events have demonstrated organisational listening, transparency, and evidence of involving people who use services. There have been a number of events that have been about leadership development. One in particular that stands out is the launch of the Darzi programme, where future leaders of the NHS enrol in a programme of development that will challenge them personally and in their role as a leader. Developing a strategy. Either working with smaller groups of leaders to develop their vision for their strategic direction that can be used to communicate with a wider audience, or working with much larger groups to capture their contributions to the future direction of a service. Whether it's large or small, both activities have enabled organisations to develop clarity and a shared understanding. Evaluation. I said in the first video I would talk some more about the conversations that have taken place around community. I've been involved with at least 3 conversations that have been about evaluating projects funded by the Big Lottery. All of them have been about building community connections and capacity. One was for older people, using Age UK connectors, focusing on improving health and well-being and economic stability by making connections in the community. There was another one looking at how using art and craft as a medium would give a Gujarati-speaking community of older people improved health and well-being. I loved this one as it involved using an interpreter and took place in 2 sessions, one after another, with the first session for women and the second for men. The women were so energetic and vocal, and although the men were much more reserved, both groups loved the graphic that I produced for them. The final evaluation piece was for a Big Lottery project called It Takes Two, which was about connecting people in the community of Woolwich. This created new opportunities for people with a learning disability and also for other local people who had become isolated or were experiencing loneliness. Celebration. There have been several events during 2018 that have been all about celebrating. Most notably, celebrating the 70th year of the NHS, but also celebrating leadership development programmes, like the Workforce Race Equality Standard. These events brought diverse groups of people together and acknowledged achievements and shared successes. I love being part of this kind of event. There have been a variety of ways that New Possibilities has engaged in these activities. Attending events to create a visual minute that will document the event in a graphic record. We also facilitate the process, working with Carrie Lewis, who's an associate that I've been working with for 12 years this year. We have facilitated sessions using creative and dynamic processes to help people clarify and develop a shared understanding of what has been agreed. And the added value is that you get a visual record that captures the outputs from the day that can be used as a reference point to take things forward. Working in partnership with other consultancies to provide a visual record that will support a process intended to communicate an emerging strategy. I've also offered 2 internal training courses to help staff develop their own visual communication skills. I'm always keen to transfer my skills to others who are wanting to find new ways to engage with people. I believe that visual communication breaks down barriers, offers openness and transparency, and enables people to see that their voice has been heard. It also provides a way for a conversation to be kept alive long after the event is finished. In addition to this delivery of work, I feel it's really important to give time to my own personal development. Last year I chose to receive training in the Go Deep process, which is a combination of process work and asset-based community development. I spent a week in Edinburgh, immersed in a local community, learning about what was important to it. Using a game to guide us through the process, it resulted in us hosting an event that responded to what the community was looking for. However, this doesn't go anywhere near describing the experience that I had. I made connections with people that will stay with me for a lifetime. I came away feeling full and nourished from within. It was a transformative experience for me. It has given me an appetite to find opportunities to make contributions in communities both near to me and in other parts of the country. I'm hopeful that during 2019 this will become a reality. From my experience in 2018, I have witnessed that groups I have worked with have found greater clarity about complex processes, built a shared understanding about where to focus their energy or understanding what challenges lie ahead. There have been many meaningful conversations and connections made, and the records that have been produced have acted as a catalyst to bring about change. I'm looking forward with anticipation for what 2019 will bring.